Welcome to the channel and the live stream, and hello to all you replayers who are watching this after the fact. Travel Snacks is all about traveling, eating good food, being kind to one another, being resourceful, and just getting out and living. And why is there a loud truck just going by right when I'm talking? I don't know. But also, you might want to live a different lifestyle. Maybe you want to live in your car, van, RV, tiny home, truck, something like that. And we're all here for it, and we're all very supportive. So, hello to everybody. Let's see who's here. It only lets me scroll back so far, but let me change this. For all of you moderators on here, make sure you have your live chat checked and not just your top chat. You just go down to the bottom for the settings. But I see Grant, and Grant has a new name, the OG Grant Huel, because he is the OG of the live streams. He's been to pretty much every live stream. And welcome, Grant. Thank you for being here. AGT's in the house, Jane Gray's in the house. It doesn't let me scroll back that far, so I don't know what you're saying. Let's see. Mimi's in the house. Happy Derby Day. Awesome. Let's see. Who else is here? Mike Brady's in the house. Hey, Mike. Glad you're here. Oh, you can't stay. Okay, that's good. I'm just glad you were able to pop in. Hey, Diane Cisneros. Let's see. Hey, Don, Dee Dee, Don. Who else is in the house? Hey, Nana Papa. Hey, Angela. How are you? Hey, James. Hey, Alan. Hey, Jania's in the house. Happy May 1st, indeed. Diane, you bought a minivan. Holy, that is amazing. Do you love it? Are you gonna, is it the way you want it already, or are you gonna be, rebuilding it? Hey, Wandering Willow Blossom. Hey, Tanya, how are you? Snack Pack. Hey, Joanne, how are you? Ellie at Lake Ontario, awesome. Yes, OG stands for Original Gangsta. Let's see. Before we get started, anybody that's already on here, throw a like on the live stream. That lets YouTube know that you guys like the live streams, and they'll start recommending the channel more. Hey, Chris Scott, how are you? Thanks, Alan. I appreciate that. This is kind of the product of slightly dirty hair, and I had my hair in a side bun, and then I just took it out, and it was kind of wavy, so I was like, cool. It's hot. That's what I want to start out with. So before we get going on that, what is the weather like where you guys are? I feel like I don't know what's going on. It's just like May, and I feel like it's going to be bad news possibly for me because it's already so hot. I mean, I'm not really from South Carolina, so I don't know what the weather is supposed to be like, but it feels like it's very hot. Maybe it's supposed to be like this. Diane says, I'm going to do a no build, not planning on full time, but I'm excited. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's so much easier. Doing good, bin gardening. How about you? Okay, we're going to talk about the leak today. Hey, Denise from Ontario. Awesome. Is the border open? I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about the Canadian border being open. Hey, Debbie Kennedy, how are you? Did I lose all the chats? Okay, Janaya says, raining a bit here and about 60. Oh, I wish it was 60. Mike's got 61 and cloudy in Olympia, Washington. Diane's got 78 in Jackson, California. Hey, Nellie. I'm here, have the Derby on 2. Hey, y'all. Central Wisconsin up to 80 today. No border yet. Okay, I didn't think so. Rochelle. Hey, Rochelle. No borders. I bake daily. Hey, Hot Tiger. 57 in Washington. Clouds with sun and some rain. Nice. 60 today. Nana Papa had an ice cream day with 8 grandkids. That sounds like a festive time. Yes, I do want to visit Canada. Mimi's got 99, mostly cloudy. Jane's got 69 in Ohio. Hey, Dwayne, how are you? Do you have a lot of maintenance problems with your van? So far, I haven't had any maintenance problems in terms of the engine or anything in terms of that specifically. I do need to get an oil change soon because it's time for that to happen. 78. Okay, awesome. Hey, Sania, how are you? It's sunny and in the 50s. I wish it was in the 50s. Laney's got 71 in Southern California. Hey, Kayla, how are you? Hey, T-Dot. Hey, PokeFan, how are you? Hey, Gloria from Florida, 90. South Carolina's always hot. Okay, Paul, I didn't know. I wasn't ready. Hey, Martine. 48 degrees in Montreal. It's colder than normal. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Mike's got to go to work now. I sometimes think about how cool a Greyhound bus would be converted. Oh, that would be cool. Sunny and 80, 56 in Ontario. Let's see. Let me check at the temperature on my WeatherBug app. Well, right now it says it's 70, but I think it's a lie because before I started the live stream, I drove over to this park and it was 89 degrees. So I think this WeatherBug is not up to date. It's hot. Let me check this other weather app. Okay, let's see. I mean, it says 71. But then again, I wonder if my rear view mirror thing, it has like the little temperature gauge. I wonder if that's either off a little bit or it's just like reading. I don't really know. I really don't know. But it said it was way hotter and it feels hot. Fat thumbs up. Let's see. I'm good. Always happy on Snack Chat Saturday. Yes, thank you. And yes, hit that like button. Thank you, Debbie. 57. Oh, I wish. God bless you all and hello to all that I haven't greeted. Thank you, Mike, and have a great day at work. Hey, Ray Ray. 76 in Knoxville. Okay, so it's about the same. If you had money to burn, would you stay with this lifestyle? If so, would you buy one of those? Yes, I would stay with this lifestyle, and yes, I would get another van. Not because I don't love this van, because of all the hard work and blood, sweat, and tears me and my parents put into it, but I would feel probably more comfortable if I had a van that was like professionally done, but I would stay with this lifestyle for sure. I do enjoy it. Hey, Jonathan, how are you? Let's see. So right now I am in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm actually north of Charleston. And I'll talk about that in a second. Other than removing the wheelchair lift and raising the roof, could you have lived with your van without the additional changes and 6-month build? Ooh, I'm going to say no because I knew this was going to be my home on wheels. So I wanted it to be a certain way and to be able to like be comfortable. Well, let's rewind a second. If it's just like, could I have lived with it? Yes, I definitely could have lived with it. Like I could have started out with, like there was that bench seat that folded down. I could have done that. I would have had less storage room, and then I could have just done, bottled water. I could have got one of those coolers. Like there was plenty of things I could have done, but I knew this was probably gonna be a long-term thing for me. So I'm saying no because I wanted it to be a certain way long-term. Here in Missouri, sunny and windy, 80, and I saw pollen. I'm like, oh my gosh. Hey, Hot Tiger. This summer was cool. Place will be Western Washington. It will still be hot. Oh, dang. Good. Have a great. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Okay. Let me get my notes. Oh, if you're new here, my pen. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll know every time we do a live stream and every time I upload a new video, which I'm trying to upload more videos. And also, if you do want to donate to the snack fund, it's never required, but I just like to mention that you can hit the $ under the chat. That'll be a YouTube donation. They do charge 30%, so not sure if you want your money to go to, put towards YouTube's pockets. But you can also donate through PayPal or Venmo or Cash App. The links to all that is in every description of every one of my videos. Again, never obligated or required. I just like to mention it because I do get people asking how they can donate to keep the channel going and keep me going on the road. So thank you in advance for that. And thank you, Grant, for posting the link to PayPal. Also, I do want to mention, I don't think he's on here, but I got a donation earlier today prior to the live stream from Douglas for $20, use this any way you want, take care. And I just want to appreciate and shout out Douglas and give a shout out right now. I'll give a thank you very much, Douglas. I don't know if you're on here, but I really do appreciate it. And just the foresight and thought to just send a donation earlier today, and I appreciate that very much. Yeah, in the summer it's hot everywhere except for Washington State, but still too hot for me. Oh, wish I was in Canada. Yes. But Grant says no. So this is what happened. So I'm going to just jump right in because we're trying to keep this live stream to an hour now instead of 2 hours because we were getting crazy there. We were getting like 2 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes. It was getting long. And it was, yeah, it was fun, but it was also like people want to get on with their Saturdays and stuff like that. So we're going to keep it like that. Let's see. AGT, are you having tech troubles? Or is there a phantom AGT in here? Those that have the blue wrench, those are the moderators, and those people have been verified and approved to be moderators. So they'll be trying to come up in here, anybody, and trying to be faking because we got everything sorted out. Hey, Z Santiago. Okay, cool. All right, so this is what happened. No, okay, first I want to talk about this. Okay, first, since we're already talking about how hot it is. Okay, it's very hot here, and so it was already very hot in Florida, and then I was coming up the coast, and I'm thinking maybe it's going to be a little bit cooler, but it's not. It's very hot. It's been in the 90s this week, and like I'm not even worried about it being cold in the van. I'm worried now about it being hot because this fan we cut into this roof, it's not enough. It's just not enough. So I ordered a bunch of things this week. I ordered a little, I think it's an 8-inch clip-on fan. It's like a USB powered fan or whatever, rechargeable. So hopefully that'll circulate air a little bit more. I also ordered some bamboo sheets because they're supposed to be moisture wicking and cool. And then I also ordered a thin blanket because right now I have this gigantic comforter because I'm prepared more for winter. And then I ordered one of those like giant like plastic bags that has the vacuum seal so that I can vacuum seal this big giant comforter because I think what's happening is there's a lot of blankets and pillows going on here, and it's just hot and sweaty and sticky. And at night it cools down pretty well, so where I'm not like dying and suffocating at night, but during the day, and I'm in my van a lot, it's just, I'm sweating like crazy. This week I went into the library at one point, and even their AC was not even very strong. And for whatever reason, that library didn't have Wi-Fi, or if they did, it wasn't posted anywhere. But anyways, so I ordered this stuff on Amazon, and it was supposed to be here today, and guess what? Not here. And it's already obviously like past 5 o'clock, and it says it's going to be there by 10. But you can tell on Amazon when it says like shipped, hasn't shipped, on its way. It doesn't even say shipped yet. But then in another part it says it'll be delivered by 10 tonight. I don't think that's actually going to happen. So I hope it comes this weekend because I'm already very hot and sweaty. It's too much. Hot Tiger, I will be going to Maine, but not today. Grant's like wanting it to be hot and I'm wanting it to be cold. I just noticed you're this close to, yeah, we're like so close to 30,000 subscribers. I was hoping we'd hit it today, but I think we're just like 50 people off. The subscriber count's been slowing down a lot lately. I have a feeling that has to do with the summer, the pandemic coming, wrapping up, and also like my videos aren't as exciting maybe right now. So I'm okay with it. I know I got a plan. I'm okay with it. But I'm just grateful for all the Snack Pack members that we already have. Hey Gerald, how are you? Woohoo, if I wasn't subscribed, I'd subscribe. Thank you very much, Denise. Okay, so now we're going to talk about, so what happened is I was in Hilton Head, South Carolina last week, as you guys know, or most of you know. And on the last live stream, I was telling you guys, I didn't want to talk about it because I was so upset, but my van was leaking in the front. Water was coming out of the kind of the lights area, and there was another leak coming by, like right by my door, my driver's door. I was just like getting rained on inside my van. And then I don't know if I told you guys this on the last one, but the leak that's back here in the back, I thought it was resolved, but when I pulled the towel down after the live stream or whatever, right before live stream, it was wet again. So that means that that leak is not resolved. So at that point, I was like, I called my dad and I called a few other people, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. And so a lot of you guys had a lot of good ideas. But my dad was like, you know what? One idea would be to go get your van top roof part sprayed with bed liner. You know, like how they spray the back of trucks with the bed liner, like the, kind of like thicker material. Um, and I was like, ooh, that's an interesting idea. I don't know how much that is though. So I called around, and there was a spot up in Charleston, um, that they were like, well, we got to look at it and see. But it was pretty expensive. But I was just like, I don't really know what to do because I can't be having rain inside of my van or water. So I ended up driving the 2 hours to Charleston. I got up to the place that does the sprays, and they were like, it's probably going to be like closer to like $1,000. And I was like, bro, not $1,000. I'm not trying to pay no $1,000 to get my van sprayed. And they were like, and we actually don't even recommend that you do it, even though like, yeah, we don't even think that it's something that you really need to do. They were recommending that I could buy my own kit, like bed liner spray kit for like, I don't know, less than $100 for one kit. But then I left there, which PS, oh, I don't have it with me. PS, when I was in the place that does the bed liners, I asked for some restaurant recommendations, and they gave me like a whole list of cool restaurants in Charleston. So I'll be exploring that this week. But I was like, shoot. So I called my dad again. He's like, okay, in that case, don't do the spray bed liner by yourself. Just go get this roof sealer that I know about at Home Depot, which I believe is something that Mimi had said, elastomeric. Mimi, I think that was you. And then someone else on here always keeps telling me about this thing called Through the Roof, which I think is the same kind of material, which I can't remember who's been telling me to get that. So I went over to Home Depot and I got the 1 gallon can. It was like $25, and it's just like a rubber roof sealer, for like roofs, like house roofs or whatever. And it's white, so I was like, okay, that's cool. Let me read these comments and then I'll continue. I've received Amazon orders as late as 9:30. Yes, exactly. But on this case, like, I don't know, it doesn't even say that it's been shipped yet. Everyone subscribe and join the snack pack. Thank you, Pokefun. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate that. Try wearing a wet cooling towel around your deck. They work really well. I just ordered that, Nana Papa. I just got those, so yes. Thank you, T-Dot. Have you been to Minnesota before? I have not, Jonathan, but I plan on it at some point. Thank you, Tanya. I think people want your travel snack videos when you waited so long for the build videos. Maybe your new followers aren't as into that or just wanted to see you stuff your food in your face. True. Yeah, and those videos are coming. I'm almost done with the van build videos, which I'll talk about in a little bit. That's a great idea, bedliner. Yes. Yeah, Allison's car videos were so real. Now the van seems too easy. Yeah, it's not that easy. Hey, Jarrett, how are you? Jarrett family. Glad you're here. Thank you. I need that list. Going to Charleston in July for my 50th. Ooh, okay. DM me, Angela, and I'll give you the list of what they told me. Geez, I'm back. I think internet. Oh, okay. All right. So, anyways, I was really dreading trying to fix this because I'm by myself. I don't have a ladder. I don't have supplies. It's hotter than Hades here. And I was just like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get this done? And so I was really begrudgingly doing this. So earlier this week, I think it was Tuesday, I went and I bought the elastomeric stuff. I went and bought some gloves. I bought a ladder from Walmart. And what else did I get? I bought some alcohol and some like rags to like wipe down the roof first so it would be clean. And I forget what else. Whatever else I needed. And so basically I just got up there and started in the morning, and I put the first coat on and I almost passed out. I was so hot and getting sunburnt. And then at a certain point, I just put on a long sleeve. And then I think people were feeling bad for me because I was in the Home Depot parking lot. And so one guy came over with a couple bottles of water, and I was like, thank you so much. It's like, he's like, I just see you out here. It's just like so hot. And I was like, it is hot. And he's like, I just wanted to bring you some water. And I was like, that is so nice. And then I did the first coat, and then it was like just like 90 degrees. It was so hot. And so I took a break for the middle of the day, and then I got back out there, I forget, maybe like 5 or 6 at night when it cooled down a little bit, but it was still in the 80s. And then I did the second coat, and then this guy a different guy drives up, and he's like, I got another van you can seal when you're done with that one. And I was like, no, I am not for hire. I don't even want to be doing this van. So I got 2 coats on there. One of the things, I'm going to be making a video about it, so I'll show you on that. But what happened is one part of the wood on the roof had cracked. I think it had to do with when I was in the Texas ice storm. I think what happened is it froze up and then cracked the wood open, so there was like a slit in the side of the roof. And so I took some extra caulking and like squished it in there first, and then did the sealer around it. And I also sealed most of the top. I mean, you guys know that I have my solar panels and my fan up there already. So I just kind of like went over it again as much as I could reach, because I only had a 4-foot ladder. And then I just did as much as I could. And that was the whole gallon. I used the whole gallon. And by the time I was done, I was the most sweatiest, gross, just tired, sunburnt, and it was like crazy. But I'm just glad that it's done. Let me read these first. I see it. Cool. Okay, I love your channel. First time live with it. Oh, thanks. Thanks for being here, Wayne Moses. Glad you're here. I'm enjoying the Vanville video. Oh, awesome. Let's see. Greetings from Open, Georgia. I've never heard of such a thing. Hey, Reverend RV. That's awesome. Where the heck do you store a ladder in the van? So what I did is I used the ladder, and then I was very meticulous in keeping it super clean, and then I wiped it down, and then I returned it to Walmart. And the lady was like, you're returning a ladder? And I was like, yes. But they took it back. The reason why is because I called Home Depot, and I was like, how much is it to rent a ladder? And they were like $44. I mean, they were like, I think it was like $30 for a smaller one and $40 for a bigger one. I was like, well, I'm not paying $40 to rent a ladder. That is too much. So anyways, I was able to return the ladder to Walmart, and it looked brand new, so don't give me any problems about it. The car was so raw. Yes. Could not connect today. Hey, Rachel Joan Fleming, how are you? Glad you're here. Yes, elastomeric is used on houses, RVs, and trailer roofs. Hope it did the trick. Yes. I shared this with Allison the other day. I've been super... Oh, yeah. Wait. I shared this with Allison the other day. I've been super blessed yet and super scared. I try to be a humble guy, but yeah. Did you mention something that I missed? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, so the elastomeric, so it feels pretty good now, like when I feel it and I look at it, and where I seal it even more heavily with the caulking, it feels pretty good now. And then it was supposed to rain on Friday, and then it was just, not only did it not rain, but it was like the hottest of all hots yesterday. And so I'm waiting for it to rain, but I don't think it's going to rain. So it's just, I'm going to give it to God, and hopefully it's resolved. Praying it seals everything. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Open Georgia is everywhere except Atlanta. Oh, okay. Got it. Hey, Jan M. How are you? Did the sealant fix the leak? I don't know. I don't know if it fixed it until it starts to rain, because I can't even test it at the car wash, because I think I mentioned this before, but like, I think the problem is that the wood that we used on the sides, some of it must have gotten exposed when we sanded it down from the fiberglass. And I think what's happening is the wood is getting like wet, soak. And then finally, when it's just saturated, it starts to leak. So it has to rain or be water like on it for quite a while. But yeah, okay, so I do want to switch gears real quick because AGT just revealed something that I didn't want to reveal because it's not mine to reveal. But AGT, Robbie, told me that he won a car. And everybody give a shout out to AGT because that is amazing. And I'm so super happy for you. And it's a true blessing. So I didn't want to share that because it's not mine to share. But I'm glad that you were able to share that here. Um, okay, I don't want to seem like I'm bragging, but I have in fact won my dream car. God works in amazing ways. Yes, yes, indeed. I watch you so much. My husband thinks I want to live in a van now. Denise. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, everybody shout out to Rob for his winning a car. I mean, that's like amazing. Like that's something that nobody really gets to say, and that's so cool. I'll let him share what kind of car it is, and it's pretty awesome. I love when our snack pack succeeds, and um, also just on a, not to bring it down, but also on a side note for anybody that's in the snack pack that's struggling or dealing with, sick family or friends or deaths in your family. Everybody make sure to keep all the snack pack in your prayers because there's a lot always going on with all of us, and so I always keep you guys in my prayers as well. But celebrations are even better, so I'm really, really happy for you. Yeah, give up the details. I don't even know like all the details. 2016 Mustang GT 850 horsepower Mustang Lifestyle.net. Awesome. Hey Canadian Carrie, how are you? That's a pretty like nice car. That's real nice. Very sweet. All right, so as I mentioned about the van leak, I don't know, but I did video kind of me repairing it. So if anybody wants to see that, I'll be posting that. Probably not like right away, but I'll post it at some point so that you guys can see what it looks like and what it did. Speaking of blessings and like silver linings, yeah, here, clear the roads. Here comes AGT. Um, I will say that when I left California, my van was looking rough because we tried to spray paint it, which is another video coming soon. And we didn't really get the top very well because we ran out of spray paint and I had to go. So the top has looked kind of ugly. Like it's been like mostly gray, but then like it looked like kind of like a tiger skin. Like it was like spray paints of white, but also like mostly gray from like the primer. So it was ugly. So now that I use the white sealant all around it, it's actually like looks a lot nicer. So I don't think it looks as like, you know, like whatever as it was before. So that's a silver lining. The other silver lining is that whatever little porous areas there were, now that I did the whole thing, I feel I'm a little more comfortable with resolving that now. Whereas before, I knew that there was probably some little porous areas that need to be fixed. If it still leaks now, I really have zero idea what it could be, unless I just have to add more sealer. But there's two solid coats on there now, and we'll just deal with that. But I'm gonna pray that it's resolved, and that's the end of that. Um, let's see, where are we in time? Okay. Um, so I am in Charleston. I've been here for the week. Most of what I've been doing is fixing that leak and working on editing videos. And going to Starbucks I'm not Starbucks, and going to McDonald's every morning for my dollar iced coffee. If you guys haven't seen it, I posted a 1 minute short on the McDonald's iced coffee that you can get for $1. Um, and another exciting thing is that I'm coming up on the last few van build videos. So I think I'll be able to get those out this coming week. So that's going to be like pretty much done. And then I have a whole list of videos that I'm going to get to next. One of them includes the van tour, the van reveal, which is already filmed, just needs to be edited. And this week, besides a bunch of editing, I'm going to be exploring Charleston, the Charleston area, and I'll make a video on that. And then Do you guys think I should make a video about exploring Charleston and then a separate video about foods of Charleston, or like an intermixing of things to do and eat in Charleston? Like one video or two videos that have both? What kind do you guys like most? Do you guys like to see like what to do and food separately? Because I could do like a breakfast, lunch, dinner of Charleston, which is all food related, or I could make like a combination of things, but those tend to be a little bit longer. So I'm trying to like mix it up a little bit. So I'd like to hear you guys' take about that. I am living proof that good things can happen to normal people. I am taking this as a new way to do good for others. Amen to that. Thanks for posting that. That's very sweet. And good and bad things happen to everybody. And everything really is a blessing. Even being alive is a blessing. So always keep that in mind. And your bed doesn't soak anymore. Exactly. So far, I haven't had any leaks on my bed, so that's also a blessing. Hey, it was just a car. They didn't say they made you normal now, but seriously, I'm pleased for you. I'm going to try the McD's coffee. Oh, yeah. I won an electric guitar on this day a year ago. It's no car, though. Oh, that's awesome. That is very cool. Hey, Snow Panther, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, separate video on food. Okay, and then AM coffee. Hey, thank you for being here. Mix. Hey, Albino Tortuga. Allison, someone stole my catalytic converter while I was at work. It cost me $3.50 for a new one. Has this ever happened to you or anyone else? It's an epidemic here. I've heard of this, but it has not happened to me. That is terrible. I don't know what people, sometimes people just, I don't know. Just gotta pray for people because they're crazy. Yeah, 2 separate would be cool, or whatever works for you. Thank you, Tanya. A win is a win. Yes, indeed. Separate. Exploring Charleston first. Okay. Yes, explore and eating each stand alone. Seems there would be a lot for each. There's a lot. I can already tell you. Like, not only did the people at the bedliner place give me a lot of food places, but they also gave me like a lot of places to go to, like, that I should explore as well. And I'm not going to be staying here very long because I want to go up to Myrtle Beach, which is going to be separate, different video. And so I have a lot of places that I want to go. So this is going to be the week to do it because I need to move on. And let's see, let me read this, and then I'll tell you what's next. Okay, so most of you would like 2 separate videos, which it's easier for me to do it that way, honestly, because then I'm focused on like exploring and then food on another one. Can you do anything without food? No, not me. But I can make the videos separate. Hot Tiger likes either one. 2 separate videos, okay. Is it me or is Allison out of focus? Oh, am I out of focus? Separate would be great. Okay, so most of you want the separate. Everyone, I'm super blessed, but I don't want to seem like I am bragging. No, it's not a brag. Blessings, you can talk about blessings without it being bragging. Bragging, I think, is more like if you're sticking it to other people like, I got a car, you didn't. You didn't win, suckers. He makes the sun to shine on the righteous and the unrighteous. Amen to that. Let's see. I've always wanted to go to Charleston. I know that it has tons of history. Yes, it does. Just make sure you include some snacks, even if healthy. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. People cut off the muffler of my husband's work van. Like, what is the market for stolen mufflers? That's a good question. They're like, would anybody like to buy this cut off muffler? I guess there is a market, otherwise they wouldn't do it, right? But that's crazy. I think kid behind a camera, angry grandpa are in Charleston. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I love food too. You got to keep them separated. Okay. Let's see. Apparently there is a market for catalytic converters because of some of the metals. Oh. I want to see the size of the dollar iced coffee. The size of the dollar iced coffee is 11.5 ounces, and the reason I know that is because I was like, what's the difference between the medium iced coffee? This might be a shocker to you because it was a little slightly shocking to me. I wanted to look up what's the size difference between that and Starbucks. So the medium at McDonald's is 11.5 ounces. The tall, which is the smallest at Starbucks, is 12 ounces. Is that weird? Because the tall is like shorter and fatter, but it's 12 ounces. So the medium at McDonald's is less coffee than the tall at Starbucks. Isn't that weird? Also, I didn't know that the grande is 16 ounces for Starbucks. So now, no wonder, because people kept asking me, why do you always get a tall at Starbucks? You trying to save money? I'm like, I mean, I'm frugal, but also I don't need that much coffee. Because I thought that the tall at Starbucks was always like 8 ounces. But no, it's 12 ounces. And they do make on some items at Starbucks, not sure if you guys know this, but it might be another little hack that you didn't know. But Starbucks on some of their coffees offers something called a short. And you can get that, I think, with the chai teas and some of the other things. But that one, I believe, is maybe the 8 ounces. But I don't think the price difference is worth it. But anyways, so yeah, the medium iced coffee at McDonald's is 11.5 ounces. Okay, let's see. They contain platinum. The focus issue is YouTube thing. I've had the issue on. Oh, okay. Just be careful because they steal it in about 2 minutes. That is crazy. Half ounce, that is 1 tablespoon. Okay, so that's good to know about the 2 separate videos. And then two last things I want to say, and then we're going to jump into some games. What was I going to say? Oh, this is what I was going to say, because, let's see, 15 states. Okay, let me just read this comment real quick. The grande honestly doesn't seem like 16 ounces. I guess I have a coffee problem because I don't think it's bigger. It is weird though, like, it doesn't seem like 16 ounces when I look at it. I mean, I just typed in what are the sizes at Starbucks, and that's what I got in several different articles. So unless it's different and I read something incorrectly, I don't know. But if you type it into Google, what are the sizes, that's what it says. So I was actually shocked about it. So then, like, a lot of my friends get the ventis, and that's 24 ounces. 24 ounces of coffee. I'd be up for 5 days. I cannot with 24 ounces. But I know there's a lot of people that the caffeine doesn't affect them, so I guess they just get 24 ounces is like nothing. That's like just whatever. Well, I never knew that about the tall size. I can never really tell the difference between the tall and that's what I'm saying, Rachel. That's what I'm saying. Like, I could never really, they look kind of similar to me. But I'm like, I don't want to pay like that much extra for tall. They look so similar. Venti size is too big. Yes. Hey, I want a 20-ounce coffee at Starbucks. 20 ounce, that's like more like a venti. Yeah, and so if you just want, like, kind of like 12 ounces is still a lot. 11.5 ounces is the medium at McDonald's, and right now, like, it's $1. It's mostly $1 if you go on the app. Angela's like, venti, here I come. Hot Tiger could drink coffee and sleep. No, not me. I can only afford a 16 ounce. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Venti means 20. Oh, I didn't know that. I used to be a coffee drinker. Now it's herbal teas all day. I can't get into the herbal teas. I'm not bragging, but 2 years ago I won on a scratch-off card and was able to buy all 4 of my kids a new car plus myself and a car for my ex-wife. Blessings. That is a blessing. That's a nice scratch-off card. That is a true blessing. Congratulations on that. AM Coffee, consider using a coffee press and hot water. So right now I have an AeroPress, and usually I use it, but right now it's been so hot I've been just going with the iced coffee because it's $1 and blah 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 whatever. But sometimes I make the iced coffee in my van with the AeroPress. I used to drink coffee from the time I got up till the time I went to bed. I can't. In fact, one day this week, I think it was like Thursday, I got an iced coffee and I was drinking it all day. Like, I don't drink my coffee quickly. And so I even was drinking it till afternoon. And then that night I couldn't really sleep. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the caffeine or I don't know what it is, but I'm sensitive. I have a 52-ounce mug that I fill with green tea. I drink 2 daily. What? what? I can't even drink 52 ounces of water right now. Wow, a nice when glad to stay awake. I drink coffee and green tea together. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh, AGT, thank you so much for the $5. Let's see here. Let's give a shout out. Let's give you an explosion. Yes. Thank you so much. Also, let me see it because I got a couple other announcements, alerts on my phone. And let's see here. Oh, shoot. Angela, thank you so much for all the things. Thank you, Angela. $10 from Angela. Let me give Angela a. And then, Diane Cisneros on Venmo, iced coffee. You know I love the iced coffees. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Diane. $10. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give you a nice yodel. And then, from our one and only OG in the house, Grant, always coming through with the support, $20, which is a true blessing, and Grant's a true blessing to our channel. And there's a lot of people outside my van because I'm at a park and they're doing like softball and stuff, so that's a crack up, actually. I just noticed that. Thank you to all the donations. I really do appreciate it, and it really helps to because a lot of these restaurants that I'm about to go to, some of them are a little costly, but I try to keep it frugal, but I'm like, dang, but I appreciate the donations very much. But I'll be making those videos coming soon. Let's see. I'm having connection issues, but everyone liked this video. Yes, thank you very much. Hey, Cheryl T, have never been able to get into coffee. I've tried because it smells so good brewing, but just can't do it. You know what, Cheryl? That's funny that you say that because my son, he's just about to be 25 soon, which is crazy to say. This whole time I'm like, you need to just get into the coffee, He's like, I can't, I hate it. I just don't like it. And all this time, and then this year, he started drinking some of the iced coffee, and now he loves it. So just keep trying it. Now, I say that to say, a lot of people say that about me and wine, which I don't drink, but all this time, all these years, everyone's like, you'll just got to find the right wine. You're going to love it. And I've tried so many wines, and I never liked wine. And I still don't like it. I'm 47 and I still don't like wine. And now I just don't drink it really at all. So I guess it just depends on your taste buds. Grant loves this sound. I do like yodels. I think yodels are underrated. That's a nice skill to have. Hey, Rachel, do I like Dunkin'? I don't really love their coffees. I really don't. I do like their donuts, but they're not my favorite donuts. But yeah. Let's see. Sweet wine like juice. I've tried all the wines. I've tried the sweet ones, the dry ones, the white ones, the red ones. The one that I think I could tolerate the most is like the rosé, like the real light, like kind of sweet but not too aggressive. But even that, I'm just like, I'm just not into it. Thank you very much. I am 47. For sure, yodeling is a talent, 100%. Moscato, I don't know. Like, I just don't. It's not something I'm really into. Okay, so what I wanted to mention is, I'm trying to get all the way up to the East Coast, like all the way to Maine. And then I think I had mentioned that I was trying to stay in each state for 2 weeks. Well, a lot of stuff's happened between the time I left California and today, to where now I can't stay in each state 2 weeks because I wouldn't get up to Maine until November, December, and that's too cold. I think it's gonna be too cold because snow is starting to happen around November, December. So I think what's gonna have to happen is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hug the coast. So I'm gonna skip West Virginia for now, and I'm only gonna go to the states that are kind of more like really close to the coast. And then when I come back down, maybe I'll hit some other spots and then go back to California for, I think, Christmas, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm still going to be, because that's like 14 states that I need to get through. That's a lot of states. And I really want to spend a lot of time in each spot. So I have to kind of reconsider now because we just hit May 1st and I still have a lot of territory to cover. So, um, yeah. So I'm going to still go all the way up to Maine. It's just, I don't think I can stay 2 weeks in each state. I think I'm going to have to like limit myself to maybe like 1 week or 1.5 weeks in each state. So, that's just what's going to have to happen. So I'll try to maximize my time in each. I stopped alcohol too. Nice to wake up feeling good. Yes, I don't love the feeling of alcohol. Diane, you don't like wine or alcohol? Me neither. I don't enjoy it. Not a wine fan either. I enjoy a cold beer or good cocktail every once in a while. I used to enjoy like a good cocktail every once in a while, but I'm just not, I don't really love the taste in any sense. I am going to New York. I don't know that I could stay very many places in New York with the van, but I don't know yet. But I will be going like along the, like coast or whatever. Not going like into like Syracuse or any of that. Got to eat the lobster in Maine. I would love to get up there eventually. Yeah, I'm planning to do some seafood since I'll be on the coast. I will be getting that car next week in Western North Carolina. Just saying, ooh, okay. Because I will be going to North Carolina. I used to be a huge drinker. Oh, wow. Like, I've never been a huge drinker. Even when I did drink, no. I've never really indulged in alcohol. That's not ever been my thing. So, but I was always like the designated driver of my friends and people loved it. People loved it. They're like, oh, Allison doesn't drink. She could drive us around. And I didn't mind because I didn't really care. Hey, A-Writer, how are you? Monique, how are you? Oh, Monique, I love Cuban coffee, but I now drink it occasionally. I've been drinking it since Cuban coffee's like my favorite. I love Cuban coffee. Oh, I don't know anything about no tolls. I don't want to pay tolls. There's a lot of tolls. Is there a way to avoid these tolls? The Northeast is van RV friendly. Oh, okay. Awesome. That's good to know. I love your wandering spirit. I'm in my 60s and wish that I would have followed my heart years ago. I am so inspired by you. Thank you for sharing your adventures with us, my friend. Thank you so much, Cheryl. That's so sweet. And I don't know what your situation is, but don't lose the wandering spirit. If you want to do it, do it. You could do stuff. I haven't had any alcohol since 2001. I think I just outgrew partying. I haven't had alcohol for like 2 years now, so not quite that long, but I just before I would just drink socially sometimes, and now I'm just like, I don't even want to drink socially. I'm not saying I would never drink again, but it's not something I really care about. Hey Matthew, how are you? I will be waving to you from the other side of Niagara Falls. I am the one with the Canadian flag. I'll be waving back to you. If I could go into Canada, I would. But I don't think it's going to be open by then. Jane says, I don't drink alcohol at all. I can't stand the taste of it, and the taste of beer is worse. Yeah, I don't love beer either. Carolina Beach might be a good stop off. Oh, okay. I have just such limited time to do everything, and I've gotten so many recommendations from so many of you. There is a strong drinking culture here in the UK. Luckily, we have really good public transport. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a big drinking culture here, too. Let's see. How's your stomach doing? My stomach's doing all right. It's doing okay. Oh yeah, you'll need dollars and quarters for the toll booths. Okay, that's good information because I wouldn't have known that unless I was just looking at the GPS and it's like tolls. But there's no getting around the toll going through Delaware. Oh, good to know. How much are these tolls? Are they like $1 or are they like $5? Avoid the I-90 highways if you don't want to pay tolls and miss the Mass Pike. Okay. I don't have anyone to drink with. Shout out to everyone who has control over alcohol. That is honestly a big thing to some people. Yeah, I mean, all of us struggle from something, with something. So I say keep anything that you're struggling with in prayer to God. Last time I had a drink was, I don't know, a year or two. Yeah. My heart is in Carolina Beach. Amen to that. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about before we jump into these games is we're in May. And I said I'm going to start late night snack in May. So coming soon, I'll be starting a second live stream chat thing. And it's just going to be during the week and it'll be at night. So if you're available, jump on and say hi. And if you miss it, that's fine too. It's just going to be me coming to you from somewhere, just chilling. And it's going to be very informal and we'll talk about fun things. And I just want to warn you, it's going to be me a little less formal. Now, some of you guys are probably like, what do you mean? And I'm going to say that sometimes I do cuss. And sometimes I talk about dating. And sometimes I talk about maybe more taboo topics. I'm not going to talk about anything political. Don't even think I'm going there because I don't even like to argue about stuff like that. But it'll just be more loose and casual. It's not going to be an OnlyFans. I'm not going to be getting naked. There's not going to be any of that going on. But I'm just saying it'll probably be a little more relaxed. We'll see. We'll see how comfortable I am. But it'll just be basic. So these snack chat Saturdays are more like happy family time, and then the other late night snacks will just be more like, for those of you that are more like part of the snack pack, we're friendly and we're getting to know each other and stuff like that. So that's going to be starting this month. And also, I believe we're going to be doing one for sure on the 14th. Grant, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's Grant's birthday. And that was his request that we do one on his birthday. So I have no problem doing that. So I'll do one probably later this week. And then again, every week, I think. Grant's drinking a beer right now. Hey, if you enjoy it, then, hey, do it. Yay, more snack chats. Being from South Florida, there is way too much drinking here. I do agree that there is way too much drinking going on all around, but that's just my opinion. Okay, tolls are 75 cents. $12? I've paid as much as $22. Heck no, bro. No. No, I'm not, no. I don't like that. All right, well, when I get closer to that, then I'm going to have to really think about where I'm going. Will you give us a warning in the community announcements? That's a good question, Mimi. I don't know. Because I think it's more so like I'm just going to pop on. So probably not. Okay, so maybe, okay, how about, let me think about this. I don't want to make any promises. But maybe I'll just quickly put on a community thing. But see, that's the thing is like, if you have your notifications on, it should tell you like, Travel Snacks is live right now. But maybe I'll do like, if I know I'm going to go live that night, then maybe I could do like a half hour before or an hour before and just be like, I'm going live tonight. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys like more of the surprise, or do you guys want to know at least a little advance notice? I'm trying to make it very, like, even when I do these Saturday live streams, it's a little forethought that goes into planning it and being somewhere with internet at a certain time. And like, I'm trying to just make it very basic and easy. Being a designated driver is better than drinking. You get to tell everyone what they did the next day. That's true, Lewis. That's true. I'm all here for it. Travel Snacks Unleashed. That's a good way to put it. Late Night Allison, keeping it real. Yay, love real talk. Amen to that. I would love to attend the late night chat, and though I use profanity, I have to be pretty worked up to use it. I can't listen to it in normal conversation. Okay, that's fair. Yes, the 14th. Okay, so we'll probably do a late night snack chat on the 14th for sure, but again, we'll do one this week too. Yes, happy early birthday to Grant as well. Oh yeah, birthday live streams in the May. That means I get one on the 20th. Oh no! We'll just make them all about everyone's birthday. New York tolls are outrageous. This is crazy. I don't like tolls. I don't want it. Yeah, I think some bridges in New York have tolls. Okay, I'll have to prepare for this and set some money aside for the toll fund. Tunnels on Norfolk is $6. These people have lost their minds. $6. How do people live there and pay this every day? Really looking forward to it. My birthday is in August. My birthday's in September. Best is to avoid and drive the old, not turnpike roads. No tolls there. It is hot. It's hot and sweaty. I have my fan going, but it's just hot and sweaty. I take side roads to avoid tolls. That I-90, when I used to drive it, is a bank buster. That is crazy. 22 for a toll where you're driving a big rig. That's crazy. Yeah, a reminder is good. Okay. So I can get ready to sit and watch. Okay. But what if I am in the shower or outside or sleeping? Okay, I'll try to do like an alert. If I know I'm going to just jump on, maybe I'll just pop a little thing on there. Also, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, follow me. It's travelsnacks_, because sometimes I post stuff there and maybe I'll be alerting people there as well. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a TikTok and I just started posting on it. I think I'm going to try to do a little more on TikTok to try to get more snack packers, but we'll see. Hey, Cynthia from Canada. I'd rather see advance notice, and I think that way it might keep idiots out of here. Okay. A little advance notice, please. Okay. Another heads up, you can't pump your own gas in New Jersey. I didn't know that, Jen. I knew that I think Oregon is like that too. I don't like that. I like to pump my own gas. Looking forward to the late night chats. Sounds fun. A little advance notice. Okay, so most of you want the advance notice. I hear you. I'll try my best. I think my TikTok is travel snacks. Basically right now it's the same content as the shorts that I post on a YouTube channel, but I decided yeah, it's travel snacks. But I decided to post those on TikTok as well because I'm trying to like branch out a little bit more, and then I'm also posting Instagram Reels. It's all the same content, but I think I'm going to start doing some TikToks that are just only for TikTok and some Instagram Reels that are just for Instagram, because Instagram's dumb. They only allow you 30 seconds, which is very fast. And then TikTok gives you a minute and YouTube gives you a minute. So it's like I don't know, it's a whole thing. But anyways, I'm trying to branch out a little bit more. And so if you like TikTok, I've kind of gotten a little addicted to TikTok lately. If you like TikTok, then follow me on TikTok as well. Listen, some tolls they charge your license plate. Take the back roads if you can. Advance notice is better. We can set it. Okay. Hey, Dwayne. Be safe out there. Okay, we have to pay for the app for TikTok. No, TikTok's free. It's TikTok. TikTok. It's free. TikTok is an instrument of the Chinese Communist Party. Okay. I don't know anything about that. Hey TJ, how are you? I think I'll be able to watch the later streams. Yay! Oh, in Canada you gotta pay for TikTok? For real? I didn't know that. That's weird. Why? It should be free. That's dumb. Okay. Let me check my phone, and then we'll go on to the games. Oh, TikTok is free in the UK? Oh, that's good. It's free here in the US. Okay. So I have one would you rather question and one what would you do question. Get an easy pass if possible. Do you think that with me traveling up the coast, it would be a good idea to get a pass? Is an easy pass good for all the tolls? Because there has been a lot of ID theft connected to TikTok. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. We have to purchase coins. Oh no, that's dumb. They need to get over that. That's not fair. All right, so give me a thumbs up if you guys are ready for the games. And we're going to go through this pretty quickly while still having fun. Yes, all states honor the Easy Pass. Okay, I'm going to look into that. I'm going to write that down. Easy Pass. All right. So the question is, awesome, thumbs up, lots of thumbs ups. Okay, so this is kind of a gross one, but I heard this on a podcast called The Spitballers. It's a cool podcast. It's like 3 dads, and it's like more like clean comedy, and they do a lot of would you rather questions, and I was listening to it. this week, and I was like, that's a funny question, and it's also gross. Um, you need to preload your card with money. Okay, all right, good to know, Therese. My grandkids use it all the time. Yes. All right, so in this scenario, you live with 3 people. You can pick the 3 other people that you live with. But in this scenario, have 3 people in mind. And so you could either be in the same house and you have one toilet and you can only flush the toilet once a day, which is so gross. Or you have one toilet in the house. No. Or you don't have a toilet in the house, but you only have an outhouse outside, which is clean. It's like one of those nice porta potties that's outside, that's clean, it's not disgusting. So you can either have a disgusting toilet that you share with 3 people that you can only flush once a day, which is like poop on poop on poop, which is gross. Or you could have to go on the outhouse every time you have to go to the bathroom. Which one would you rather? Okay. Chris is going with outhouse. Grant threw up. Jan says outhouse. AM Coffee's outhouse. Hot Tiger's outhouse. Guys should pee in the sink. Oh no, girls don't get that option. That's not fair. Jury says outhouse. So everyone's going with the outhouse. That's it. I'm moving into the van with you. Then we'd have to share. There's no flusher in my van. Outhouse, outhouse, outhouse. Everybody's going. DTS is going outside. A rider outhouse. I'd rather go outside. Rachel's is outhouse. I'd rather have one toilet to flush a day. Oh, PokeFan's going rogue. They're going to the opposite. Cynthia's barfing as well. Definitely the outhouse. It's poop on poop on poop, but at least it's outside. Outhouse, definitely outhouse. If you can't flush, use a bucket with H2O. Flush once a day. I have an irrational fear of falling into the... Oh, Angela's going the other side too. Last on Ansland, I'll go with outhouse. Awesome question. That toilet would get clogged inside with all the toilet paper buildup. Both of them are pretty gross. And also the going outside every single time. Like, I go to the bathroom a lot. Like, I pee a lot. So you'd have to go outside every time, which kind of is like when I was living in my car, and it was such a pain before I was moved on to the nighttime diapers. But during the day, you'd have to pull over somewhere. But I guess living in a house is different. But yeah. Let's see. Outhouse. Jane Gray also is bar. We got a lot of barfers. Yeah, the outhouse, your friend can tip it over. Oh, that's true. It would smell inside gross. Outside would be cold in the winter. Very cold. It would be very cold. Could you imagine it's like snowing and you have to go out to the bathroom? Allison, pee in a bottle with one of those Weeshies. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I'm going to pick going to the outhouse because just thinking about, like, if I go into a public restroom and there's already like some pee in there, I just skip that stall. I don't want anything to do with anybody else's stuff. No, I don't want that. And even if I like live with my 2 kids and a husband or a best friend or whatever, I don't want to be pooping on their poop. I don't want to smell it or look at it or like hear it when it plops in there and no. No, sir. No, I'm not doing. No, I will go out. I will wrap up if it's cold and just go out. It's so inconvenient, but I couldn't do that. I don't want to be on top of other people's stuff. After being without water at my dad's in the Texas snowstorm, I'll dig a hole in the yard. Yeah, that's a good option too. I love this question. I can't explain why. It was really funny because these 3 guys on this podcast, it was like they were like talking about them and their families. And the guy was like, well, I would just be the one that gets to like go first every day and then flush. And then like I'd go first and then have the rest of the family go. And then the next day just flush it before I go. And I'm like, that's a smart answer. But then that's not really fair because you can't just designate yourself as the flusher. I guess you're the head of the household. I guess you could. But it was like funny the way they were describing it. It was really funny. My grandmother used to have an outhouse when I was little. Real outhouses are so gross. Yeah. Ugh. Especially if you had a bad stomach ache and going to the can every 15 minutes. That's true. She said plops in there. Even if there's a sink, even if there's a skid mark in the toilet, I'm flushing for same. That I can't. Use lime, not the fruit, in the outhouse. Neutralizes odors and breaks down the weight. Ooh, interesting. Mimi's full of good facts. Angela's dying laughing. That's funny. Okay, so pretty much almost all of us are going with outhouse, but I'm not mad at the people that chose indoors because, I mean, it is more convenient. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Okay, so shout out to the Spitballers podcast. If you guys are looking for a new podcast, I think it's pretty funny. I bought a Lugaloo bucket with a toilet seat for car camping, but haven't used it yet. So to answer the question, I use a bucket with a bag in it. I remember taking a stick with me to bang on the inside of the hole to scare off critters. Oh, dang, that's serious. My grandfather used to use Coca-Cola in his outhouse to process the contents. He did that for years. Enjoy your next Coke. Ooh. Hey, I'm originally from Arkansas. Mimi knows all the things. All right, so this last thing, and then we're gonna like wrap it up. Pee pee and poo poo is one of the first things we learn, and I like the humor of it. Yeah, clearly I've made videos on peeing and pooping, so, well, peeing at least, so I don't have a problem with it. We used to have a two-seater outhouse. Two-seater? My brother lost some change down the hole. He got mad and threw his wallet in. I asked why. He said, "You don't think I'm going in just for..." I can't. That's... Also, two-seater. I could not. Now I'm just cracking up because that's... I can't. I can't poop next to somebody. That's... it's a no. It's a no. All right, so everybody raise your hand if you have an enemy or an old boss that you just could not stand, or a coworker that you could not stand. Actually, pretty much all of us should have our hand raised. And if not, then put a heart. If you don't have any enemies, or there's nobody that you like even have like a little animosity with, put a heart. Because I mean, that seems... I think everybody has somebody, right? Right? Everybody has like somebody that's like, you know, pissed you off, or like just you think about that person and then you're just like, oh, that person is so annoying, or that person just like did me so wrong. Like, and I'm not even talking about like not forgiving people and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, like, if there's somebody that in your mind you're just like, no, that person, no. All right, so Cynthia, okay. Cynthia's all right. And Rachel Joan Fleming, all right. You're clear on your guys', and that's good. That's awesome. Community poop, no. Chris has a hand raised. Everybody has their hand raised. Left all of that behind years ago. Awesome. All grace is gone when I think of that person. Chat, not hat. Okay. All right, so I have my hand raised. I don't have very many. I don't think I have very many enemies. Oh, hold on. That I know of. I like to, like, whenever I have like animosity, I try to clear it up with that person, or at least just come to like we agree to disagree and move on. That I'm aware of. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing something. But there is a couple people that when I think of them, that they've done me dirty or done me wrong, it chaps my hide. So this question is a good one. Hold on, let me scroll back. Not wasting energy on these people. Okay. So if you have a job and that job restructures, even if you work for yourself, but there's a restructuring and something happens and you have to have a boss, and the one person that you're thinking of right now has to be your boss, would you continue that job, or would you just quit? Or if you wouldn't quit, what would you do? This is a more of an open, like, what would you do kind of question. We're going to keep it brief because we've already gone over our hour, but I would just like to kind of know what you guys would do. Would you, like, thinking of that person, would you want that person to be over you as your boss, or would you just immediately just be like, no, I can't work with that person? I learned to make my own froth for my coffee with also butter, the good butter. Oh, okay. I've tried that. Not the froth, but I've tried the like little, I forget what it's called, where you put the butter in the coffee, and I don't really love it. Over time, it gets easier to let go of. I had a coworker to put a hand in a cake at the bakery shop and blamed rude, rude. Or you can do a, okay. Ask the question. I'm 72 and retired. Rachel, pretend that you had a job and you had to have a boss, and it was that person. Diane says, "Quit. I'm famous for it." Jesus tells us in John, "Don't be surprised that the world hates you." Hated Jesus first, but Jesus commands us to love. So love the heck out of your boss. Amen to that. Amen to that. I would make their life a living hell. Two totally conflicting uh, responses. Therese says, "Work remote." Would you work remote even knowing that your boss, that person is your boss though? Give it a chance, then leave. Land Lover, I would quit. Hot Tiger would quit. I'd tell them to F off to start, tell them off, and then tell them to kiss my A as I'm walking out the door. Cynthia, the question is, if your nemesis or the person that chapter had the most became your boss, would you quit or would you stick around or do something different? Angela says, I would quit 100%. Hello, new job. Jan would quit. TJ says, leave on good terms if possible. Cheryl says, heck no, I would quit. Ain't going back down that road. Grant says, I'd be gone so fast. Poke says, I would quit definitely. For a reason for too deep to go into here, I would stay with the job and feel the pain of humbling myself. Ooh, solid move. No job is worth putting up with that crap. I'd retire all over again. I'd stick around just to torture them for a while, then quit. I don't need the stress. I'd quit. I didn't divorce him for nothing. Amen to that. I'd try it, but if not, I'd quit. I'd find a new job. I would keep working. Little Miss Reverend RV needs her child support and high school tuition paid. All right, you guys, sometimes you guys suck it up. I wouldn't let their behavior affect my job. Just there for the money. Every job has a jerk or two. Monique says I would quit. I wouldn't want to give them the satisfaction of them knowing they made me leave. Or of a song. I don't know what that emoji is because I think that's walking away. Okay. I worked for a small shop for 10 years. They treated me like a number one, was the only guy working, and I was let go. So I literally directly went to my own vehicle and started my own business. Oh, good for you. Hey, John King. Welcome. Oops. Yep, would just pretend they did not exist. I am self-governing in my work. Walked out of a job where backbiting and no teamwork existed. But what if they were your boss and they were like micromanaging you and they were like just keep making your life terrible? Or torture them until they fire me. Hey, Alejandro. Awesome. Okay, well, I could tell you from my response, just thinking of one or two people, I would quit. Because I'm with some of you that said life is like, my mental status or my mental health is more important than that, because I'm all for loving people, forgiving and being loving and praying for the people. But also, since we are kind of in a great position, especially in America, to like, make changes, get different jobs and, try different things and be a little more adventurous and stuff. I know sometimes you can't. Sometimes you got to stick to a job because there's things you have to do. But I don't think so, because in my last job, it got so bad. Like, I was waking up every morning with like the worst anxiety, and I was just like, my heart was pounding, and I just was like, oh my gosh, I cannot stand the way I'm treated. Like, it was terrible, and I was just like, I can't do it. I can't. And so I wouldn't want to go back to that feeling, because just thinking about it, it just like, that's what made me just push hard on YouTube, because I'm just like, I don't want to go back to that. And so if I had to go back to that, I just wouldn't. I don't think I would. Now, obviously, if I had to, I would do it, because, God provides and he would take care of me. But I'm just saying, for this question, If my old boss or the people sometimes that I'm thinking of was my boss, no, 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 no. Therese, being ex-military, I would eliminate them. Just kidding, I would walk. Life is short. Anything you want can be obtainable. Hard work, bad days, and walking through hell flames, it can happen. Thank you for the welcome. You're welcome. This literally happened to me recently, and I smile and nod a lot, and it seems to make her happy. Oh, that's good. These days in Canada, if you have a job, you hold on to it. I mean, yes, sometimes, like I said, you got to do what you got to do. Signing off from Canada. Keep safe, everyone. Jane, all the bullies are acting cowards. Actually, cowards. I've stood up to them, and I was surprised when they cowered. They left me alone. That's a good point, Jane, and I think you're right. A lot of the people that really get on you, um, you know, they're just, a lot of them are insecure, and they're just jerks. Oh no, no one should feel like you did. Yeah, no, I did not. Mm-mm. Some jobs just force you to better yourself. That's true. I was there for 11 years, so I feel like I bettered the heck out of myself while I was there. I'm so thankful for where I work. Best employer I've ever had. Best boss. That's awesome. That is such a good feeling. I have a job like that. It really sucks. You got to hang in there until you can move on to something else, and then just work super hard to do whatever you'd rather do. Bosses who are bullies are cowards. I agree. I totally agree. There's no need to be like so ugly. I don't understand that. I don't really understand that. Especially if the person's doing their job and doing it well. I'm not saying that I wouldn't pray for them, but much like you, my peace is not worth staying. Amen to that. Yeah, it's why I'm a rideshare driver still, or doing food delivery. Nobody's bossing me 24/7. Hey, and that's sometimes you just gotta, you know, if there's something else you can be doing to earn the money that you need, I'm for it. Hey, Gina K. Landis, how are you? I'm with you. I won't be treated badly now in my middle age. It took me a while. Yeah, I think maybe also the older, I don't know. I can't speak for all of you, but the older I got, I'm just like, you know what? I'm too tired for that. No, I can't. When one door closes, God opens a window. Facts. Hey, Amy Cook, how are you? Of course, I've been working remotely for over a year now, so there's that. That's really awesome. Power corrupts, unfortunately. Also true. You try driving test vehicles for a living is very interesting. Oh, interesting. Awesome. All right, so those are my questions for the day. In today's world with the net and tech in general, people can create. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities out there. You really do have to like be very like you have to discipline yourself. And to me, I'd rather discipline myself than have somebody just all up in my face and disciplining me, because I'm a nice person and I just try to work hard. So I just do whatever I need to do for myself. Everyone deserves to be treated well at work. People work better if respected. I agree. Being in the Air Force for 29 years and RAF 6 years as a civilization, you have to learn to work towards a common goal. Good point. Hey, Donnie T. All right, so that's going to be it for today. This week should be interesting because I'm going to be really pushing hard to get a lot of videos out. I'm going to be exploring, making these South Carolina videos. Yes, there is now a way to do transcription on. Oh, yes, that's awesome. I'll be doing a lot of videos. I'll still be adding some shorts. And I think by next Saturday, I should be in a new location. So there's that. It's okay, Gina. We're trying to keep it more to like an hour now because of the summer's coming and people are getting out and about. But I appreciate you being here. Let's see. Have a good one, Allison. Be sure you look into the Easy Pass. Okay, yeah, I have it written down here. That's my job. Test car driving here in Devine, Texas, which only pays $10 an hour. Wow, that's test car driving. That's interesting. How about some would you or what if religion questions next time? Maybe I'll look into that. Have a good week. Glad I was able to catch Snack Chat. Glad I caught you stream. Have a great week of it. Yes. So have a great week. Stay blessed. Pray for each other. Do the best you can. Go on some adventures. Get out of the house. Take a walk. Thank you, Lollers, for the $24.99. Let me give you your shout out before we end for the day. Let's do. Big shoots. Big stars. Thank you so much for the snack phone donations. You guys are a true blessing. I I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I know we joke around a lot, but I honestly believe that you guys are one of the best things that's ever happened to me and to our channel. You guys are wonderful. I hope you guys have a super blessed, wonderful week. And until next Saturday, bye for now. I'm going to read these comments real quick before I shut it down. Thank you, Chris Scott. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Denise, I don't know. I don't think I see it. Looking forward to do more videos. Have an awesome week. Safe travels. Thank you to everyone. Can't wait. Keep your head up, yodel. Thank you guys so much. Have a super blessed week. Bye, guys.